Hello friends, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Professor S.P. Singh from Faculty of Management Studies, Gurukul Kangdi University, Haridwar. Today we are going to study Module 24 on transfer. Friends, after finishing this module, you will be able to understand the concept of transfer, know the types of transfers, comprehend the reasons for transfers, know the benefits of transfer, understand a systematic transfer policy, and comprehend the employee's reactions to transfer. In order to place right person to right job, organizations resort to a type of mobility known as transfer. Transfer is restricted to movement of an employee from one job to another in the same level of organizational hierarchy. Transfer is defined as a lateral shift causing movement of persons from one position to another, usually without involving any marked change in duties, responsibilities, skill needed or compensation. Most of the transfers generally carried out are of four types. Production transfers take place when there is surplus manpower in one department and another department requires manpower. Such transfers are made to meet the company requirements. The surplus employees in one department or section might be observed in other place where there is a requirement. This takes place to replace a new employee who has been in the organization for a long time and thereby giving some relief to an old employee from the heavy pressure of work. Remedial transfers are made to rectify the situation caused by incorrect selection and inappropriate placement procedures. Such transfers are done to correct mistakes in putting on the job and recruitments. If the initial placement of an individual is faulty or has not adjusted to the work or job, his transfer to a more appropriate job is desirable. Versatility transfers are made to increase versatility of the employees from one job to another and one department to another. Transfers are the instrument to impart training to the employees. Each employee needs to provide a different, varied and broader job experiences by moving from one department to another. This is also to prepare the employees for promotion and enjoy job enrichment. The main purposes of transfer include to meet an employee's initiative, satisfy needs of an organization, to improve employee performance, for proper utilization of the service of an employee, help employees working according to their ease, to adjust of the workforce of in one plant from another plant. Broadly, there are three types of reasons for transfer, namely employee-initiated transfers, company-initiated transfers, and public-initiated transfers. Transfer provides a career route for an employee, particularly when a promotion is not in the offing. It provides advantages for an employee. In a transfer, the employee acquires fresh knowledge and skills by performing varied jobs requiring update skills and gives different responsibilities. It wins boredom and dissatisfaction with the current job by undertaking a new and different job with different responsibilities and tasks. It provides a new challenge, an opportunity for the employee to stretch his or her accomplishments, influence different aspects of the workplace and organization. Experiences a change in work environment which requires the employee to adjust and learn to manage change, gets learning of different elements, activities and jobs in the organization and procedure of work accomplishment in different division or job functions. Mentally prepares an employee for a promotion or extended organizational role by increasing skill set and responsibilities and acquire greater knowledge about the entire organization. Gets a vision with a new group of colleagues and supervisor which creates potential opportunities. Organizations should have a just and fair transfer policy. It should be communicated to each employee. There should be no arbitrariness in transfer of employees if disliked by supervisors. Absence of a systematic transfer policy may cause frustration among employees. Similarly, subordinates may also request for transfer even for petty reasons. Most of the employees may ask for transfer to risk-free and easy jobs and places. The responsibility for effecting transfers is usually entrusted to an executive with power to prescribe the conditions under which requests for transfers are to be approved. For a transfer to succeed, it is necessary to have a proper job description and job analysis. The circumstances of transfer must be specified under which an employee will be transferred in the case of company-initiated transfer. A superior, authorized and responsible to initiate a transfer must be specified. Jobs from and to which transfers will be made based on the job specification, description and classification needs to be specified. The region or unit of the organization within which transfers will be administered has to be specified. Reasons to be considered for personal transfer, their order of seniority, etc. Reasons for mutual transfers of employees. Norms to decide priority when two or more employees request for transfer, like priority of reasons, seniority. A specification of basis for transfer, like job analysis, merit and length of service. A specification of pay, allowances, benefits, etc., that are to be allowed to the employee in the new job. Other facilities to be extended to the transferee, like special leave during the period of transfer, special allowance for packaging, luggage and transportation. Friends, in this module you have studied the concept, the types of transfers, the reasons and the benefits of transfer, the systematic transfer policy and the employee's reaction to transfer. Thanks for visiting EPG Pathshala.